Here's how to work with tabs. First, we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Place. We're going to import tab text. Show import options is on. We don't have many options because it's simply a text file. We click OK. And what we have looks about like this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to select this text here. We're going to go to Type, Tabs, and you get this tab bar. And I'm going to place that right above my text. I'm actually going to go to Control and picas. It'll give me a smaller unit of measure, which might make it easier for me to place elements. Next, I'm going to take my right justified tab and I'm going to place it here. Actually, that's not a right justified tab. It came in as a decimal tab. So it's actually aligning on the decimal point. And that actually works okay in this case. And so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create another one. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to create another one. And I'm going to go here and create another one. And then what we probably would do is we would make some adjustments to even out the spacing. So that they're visually even or relatively visually even, something like that. And I actually am going to make the argument that I probably should pull this over about 2 units. And that's about right. Okay. If I wanted to center these, I can just select this particular line. I can go to a center tab. And you can see how that just centered. Okay. This one I can click and I can change it to the center tab. I'm going to center it right over the middle number. Click this one, go to the center tab. And click this one and go to the center tab. And it goes about like that. And that would be centering the heads. Next, we're going to go down to this menu. And I'm going to add a little bit of space. So that might be 16 point. That might be 14 point. Now we want this. And we want this number to tab all the way to the end of the row. So I'm going to click on here. And I'm going to create a tab, a right align tab, all the way down here. If you'll notice, it shows me exactly where it's going to be. And then we're going to add something called a leader tab. And so I'm going to give it a space and a period. And I'm going to hit enter. And you'll see that I now have a series of dots all the way from here to where the tab hits. I could also change this and have it shift underline, hit enter, and I actually have an underline tab. And if you're not exactly crazy about where it lives, you can actually select that tab, and I could do a baseline shift on it to move it up so it aligns properly. But I'm going to take it back to the leader tab. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the second line and I'm going to go to paragraph and I'm going to go to indent. And I'm going to indent this, and that will allow it, make it easier to see the product. And then I'm going to add a little space after that. Okay. Now I've created this, and then yet I still have to do all of this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to Window, Styles, Paragraph Styles. And in this Paragraph Styles, I'm going to New Paragraph Style. I'm going to call this Item. And I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to go down to Quesadilla and I'm going to click Item. And you'll see that it puts the tab in there just like I had set the first one. Then I can click on the description, go to New Paragraph Style, call it Description. Click OK. Click on this description, and it does that. And I bet I made a mistake. So let's double check this. Go back to properties. Yes, I gave it 2p10. I actually wanted to wanted 0 in there. I actually didn't want just the first line indented. I wanted the entire thing indented, and that's what that is. I hit return. Now you'll notice that this style has a little plus sign, which means that the style no longer matches here perfectly. I'm going to go up to my options. I'm going to go to redefine style. And notice that this one also now kicked over entirely to the left. Avenue Burger has an E in it. Go to Paragraph Styles, Item, Paragraph Style Description. There's also a +2 subside Caesar. I'm going to hit that and shift return to bring that down to the next line. That gets item, and that gets description. And again, hit delete, and then I'm going to shift return and bring that down. And I can also do something. I can take this name here, say I want that to be bold, say I want that to be myriad black, like that, nice and bold. I can go to what's called character styles, which also came up when I opened up the window. I can new character style. I'm going to call it black. Click OK. Click on black. Now I can pick quesadilla, hit black. Avenue burger, hit black. Hit black. And if I double click on it, I can actually, probably should just call this item. And I noticed that the type seemed to get bigger. So I'm actually going to go back here. And my memory of it is that it's 12. So make that 11. Maybe I'm wrong. 11.5. Click OK. And that all got styled. And I could even take that, character style it like that. And then I could make it a little bit bigger. Like that. So that would be styling a menu. Next, I can see a little bit of a table of contents down here, and I can see my little red box here, which means there's more text that I can't see. I'm going to go to my black arrow, click on the red box, go to my pages. I'm going to drag down a new page. Here I am on my new page. And I'm going to create this text box here, bring it up to the top, but some of it's still on the previous page. So I'm going to go to here to before it says table of contents. I'm going to go to type, insert break character. And here I can tell it to page break. And you'll notice that type is gone from there and is now on this page entirely. I'm also going to use my tabs. I'm going to actually add an extra tab in here because I want to line up these numbers properly. So I'm going to start off with a right tab. And I'm going to hit Command Z because in fact what happened was I only had that one line selected and I want all of those lines selected. Now I'm going to go here. It seems, let's see, I'm going to try it a different way. Let's try it with the, okay, so for some reason it's not happy with the right, but it is happy with the decimal position. Wow. That's the problem. That was just a space and not a tab. So now those are all nicely lined up. You'll see that I have a first indent and a second indent. And so now I'm going to go here, change it to a right align. Bring that a little closer. And then add another one there. Okay. These are all the same. I can create a new paragraph style. New paragraph style, I'll call it TOC. Click OK. Then I'm going to make these italic. So I'm going to go to my character style. I'm going to go to my properties, change this to italic. Go to my character style, new character style, italic. Click OK. Now I can go through make all of those italic. Another way to do this would be paragraph styles. And then I can set I can take this all, go to properties, go to italic. So both the page number and the name are italic because this is a paragraph style and it can only affect the entire paragraph. And I can call this new paragraph style. I can base it on TOC, call it TOC second level. Click OK. And then I could, in fact, go to all of these on the second level and just hit that. And so then now they're all like that. I could also go back to here. I could go to properties. I can go to this, tell it to be bold. And then I can redefine style. And you'll see that it redefined this very nicely. And then finally, I'm going to go in here. There's a lot of spaces in these numbers because they're ones and they're lining numbers. I probably shouldn't mess with them. I probably want them to just stay nice and lined up the way that they are. Okay, yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that gives you an example of, and that probably would also get bold. And I can use TOC to do that. Or maybe I don't want it to be, and I can do it up like that. Okay, so now I've demonstrated lining up a simple table, setting up a simple menu, and setting up a simple table of contents.